Good day, students. Today, I want to consider a very important topic in further mathematics titled Solution of Differential Equation by Separation of Variables. What you are trying to do in this type of problem is that you are going to separate the variables. Those y's will be in one side, the x will be in the other side, and there is application of separation of variables. Now, when you now separate the y and the x uh, in different sides, you can now integrate both sides, okay, so that I can solve the problem. Now, let's see what's on the board. The first thing to do here is to cross multiply. Let's write the question. Dy over dx equals y squared plus xy squared over x squared y minus x squared. The first thing to do is to cross multiply. Cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you now have x squared y minus x squared, everything multiplied by dy. Now it will be like this: x squared y minus x squared, open bracket and close the bracket, dy equals to, you multiply y squared plus xy squared by dx. When you cross multiply, you now have y squared plus xy squared, open bracket and close dx. You can see is in terms of dy and dx, but there's a problem here in which you are going to solve. What is the problem in the first instance? You can see that both x and y are being mixed together, and you have this in terms of dy. Let's try to eliminate x squared from this side so that what is left at the left hand side is in terms of y. Okay, you can see dy. Everything you will have at the left hand side will be in y, and also what you have at the right hand side will be expressed in x in terms of x. Okay, because we're having dx at the right hand side. Now, what are we going to do? Let's see what is common between x squared y, x squared y and x squared. What is common is x squared. Now let's factorize x squared out. Now x squared, you are left with y minus x squared goes in x squared, that's one time, close the bracket, dy. Okay, now what's common between y squared plus xy squared? You can see that y squared is common, equals y squared, open bracket, you are left with 1 because y squared goes in y squared one time, plus when you factorize y squared, you are left with x dx. Okay, the next thing to do, you can see that you're having y squared at the right hand side, but we don't need it. You have to bring it to the left hand side. What will you do? You divide both sides by y squared. That's the first thing. You eliminate y squared. Okay, divide both sides. Divide both sides by y squared. When you do that, you're having x squared, open bracket, y minus 1, the y over y squared. You come to the right hand side also, y squared, open bracket, 1 plus x dx over y squared. Okay, because the statement says divide both sides by y squared. Because of that, you see that y squared cancel y squared. You are left with x squared. You are left with x squared, open bracket, y minus 1 dy over y squared equals, open bracket, 1 plus x dx. Okay, now since you have it like that, you can see that x squared shouldn't be at this side. Is the only odd letter at the left hand side. You have to take it to the right hand side. What will you do? Divide both sides also. Divide both sides. by x squared. When you do that, you now have it x squared open bracket y minus 1 dy over, because divide both sides by x squared y squared. You're having y squared before here equals divide both sides, that is 1 plus x dx over x squared. Because of the statement divide both sides by x squared, that means that you will divide both the left hand side and the right hand side by x squared. Now we can see that x squared cancel x squared. We are now left with y minus 1 dy over y squared equals open bracket 1 plus x dx over x squared. Good. When you get to this point, you can see that uh, the expression is in terms of y and x. The left hand side is expressed in terms of y, and also the right hand side is expressed in terms of x. And this is what we call separation of variables. We have separated the variables. All this y that you are seeing, y, they are all variables. We have separated them. We have made them to be in the same terms. Okay, the left hand side is in terms of y, while the right hand side is in terms of x. Now, since you have carried out separation of variables, you can now integrate both sides. Okay, now you can now let me write it: integrate both sides. Okay, when you integrate both sides, this is a symbol of integration. Integrate open bracket y minus 1 over y squared dy equals integral of 1 plus x dx over x squared. Good. Okay, you can see that you are dividing the numerator by y squared. Everything on the denominator by y squared at the left hand side, and the right hand side you are dividing the expression on the numerator by x squared. X squared is common to 1 and x, and y squared is common to y and 1. We want to separate them now. Okay, integral of y over y squared minus 1 over y squared. We have separated them. Okay, open bracket and close dy equals integral of open bracket 1 over x squared plus x over x squared. Close the bracket dx. Good. Now, when you get to this point, you can see that one of the y we can this y will cancel one of the y, and this x will cancel one of the x. You are now left with integral of 1 over y, okay, minus 1 over y squared dy equals integral of 1 over x squared plus 1 over x. We are left with 1x, open bracket and close, dx. Good. When you get to this point, you can take in indices when you're having 1 over y squared and you want to throw away this one, you can have y raised to power minus 2. Okay, but you don't need to raise this one to you don't need to remove this uh, reciprocal, because ordinary 1 over y, integral of 1 over y is the same thing as ln y. Ln y represents integral of 1 over y. Okay, now let's now write integral of 1 over y minus, now I want to remove this one, now have y raised to power minus 2. Okay, open bracket and close dy equals integral of 1 over x squared plus this 1 over x squared. You can express it as in indices as x raised to power minus 2. Okay, the 1 is no more because you have put x raised to power minus 2. You have introduced minus 2, okay, at the power. Now plus 1 over x dx. Okay, now at this point now, you can see that when you're having integral, as I said before, integral of 1 over y is named as ln y. Now write ln ln, that stands for ln y. Okay, ln of this y are taking care of integral of 1 over y minus in indices y, sorry, in integration. So in integration, you have y raised to power minus 2 plus 1. You repeat that minus 2 plus 1 at the denominator when you are removing the integral, okay, for y raised to power minus 2 over minus 2 plus 1, okay? That's for the left-hand side. And you don't need to write plus constant at the left-hand side. When you are solving it, the plus constant will reflect at the right-hand side, okay? Now you now have it to be equals to x raised to power minus 2 plus 1 over minus 2 plus 1. That's the expression. When you are removing this integral sign for x raised to power minus 2, we express it in this format. Okay, now plus 1 over x. When you are removing the integral of 1 over x, just write ln x. That ln x has taken care of integral of 1 over x. Okay, now I have plus, put the sign, plus ln x ln x. Now introduce your constant plus c. Now I have ln y minus 2 plus 1. That's minus 1. That's y raised to power minus 1 over minus 2 plus 1. That's minus 1. Okay, equals to x raised to power minus 2 plus 1, that's minus 1, over minus 2 plus 1, that's minus 1, plus ln x plus c. Now, this point, this negative, we cancel this negative here. We have ln y plus y raised to power minus 1 equals minus positive divided by negative, that's negative x raised to power minus 1 plus ln x plus c. Now you have ln y plus y raised to power minus 1 in indices is equals to is 1 over y. That's 1 over y equals minus. We want to remove this negative in indices. It will turn to 1 over x plus ln x plus c. Now, what you need to do is that let's make ln to come to the front and the minus 1 over x to go to the back, okay? So that the positive we start at the expression. Now have ln y plus 1 over y equals ln x minus this negative, bring this ln x to the front, minus 1 over x plus c. Okay, this is the end of our class. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you want me to connect by teaching you from any part of the world through Google Meet, and I will share the screen with you, you can also contact by chatting me up, and I will be able to teach you online. Have a wonderful day.